13th time in her career, from Sheffield, Kerry Orton! And her opponent across the ring in the red corner. With white, blue and yellow trunks, she too weighed in at 10 stone exactly. Boxing this evening in a second professional contest, hailing from Castleford, Jodie Wilkinson! Your tanking is still registered for rule your referees, Mark Galley of Sheffield. This bout is being scored outside of the ring by John Lagan from Kerry. This is a super lightweight contest scheduled for 4 2-minute rounds.
Well, here we go. Jodie Wilkinson in the white, blue and yellow, trained by Sean O'Hagan, and looking to get her second fight, her second pro fight, with a W, putting that debut behind her, and she's starting strong here, Gemma.
That was a very nice backhand from Jodie. I think we are going to see a completely different Jodie to her debut, and hopefully the Jodie that I've known for years on GB as well.
Absolutely nice and sharp in that southpaw stance. In the women's division, in the women's ranks, it's only the 2-minute rounds. So these fights tend to be, or these rounds, the pace tends to be a lot quicker, and you get to see normally a lot more action. That was a nice straight 1-2 there from Jodie Wilkinson, who is just gauging her distance ever so nicely.
She seems to find her rhythm quite well here, Jodie, with the jab landing every time and also going up and down the body as well.
In the southpaw stance is Wilkinson. Just popping that southpaw jab out. Getting Kerry Orton guessing at all times. Just got caught with a overhand left there from Wilkinson. And that straight 1-2 seems to be working over and over again, doesn't it?
It's a very high tempo here from Jodie as well, which is good to see. I think she's a lot fitter this time, and you can tell she's a lot sharper with her shots.
But that's it, round one over and done with. A clear one in the bank for me for Jodie Wilkinson in this super lightweight contest. Like you picked up on, it was quite a tempo which she came out, and she stuck with it for the full 2 minutes.
Yeah, definitely. I think you can see this time around as well, like she feels comfortable in there, she looks comfortable in there, which is good to see. She's defending nicely, she's moving nicely, and she's going up and down and catching her with some good eye-catching shots. And Kerry's still throwing, she's still trying, which is nice to see as well.
She is. She does look a little bit like a rabbit in the headlights when Wilkinson comes forward, because she does throw those shots at quite some speed, and she also just doesn't really stick to the same rhythm, so she seems to be quite a hard fighter to read and to defend against. But I guess the advice from the corner team will be more of the same, please, Jodie, because you definitely banked around there as both fighters come to the centre of the ring. Orton got a little bit more of an urgency about her.
Yeah, there's a tempo change definitely of Orton from the start of the round, but Jodie's just keeping calm, defending it and then going back with her own.
Really nice straight left hand there from Wilkinson. She's really got the bit between her teeth with this one. You can see how much she really wants this. You can see the focus in her eyes from just a few feet away at our commentary position here in Bolton. If you're just joining us on Boxing News or VIP, welcome along. This is our third fight of the evening, 11 fights scheduled this evening.
There are also good strong shots from Jodie, and as a sparring partner in the past on GB, I can vouch that she does hit hard. So I think it'll be a shot when she does catch Orton.
And that one looked like it landed hard, didn't it? That left hook which just hit her on the temple. And she can't miss at the moment, Wilkinson.
No, every shot she seems to be throwing is landing, and it's landing with good speed and good power behind it, which is nice to see. She's carried on the tempo from that first round, even with Orton starting fast. And switching it nice to the body there as well. And lovely head movement coming away from it.
She's putting a lot into every single shot, is Jodie Wilkinson. But Gemma, I'm going to put you in the corner. So what are you saying to your friend and, in this situation, your fighter?
Well, for me, I think she's doing exactly what she should be doing. And I even think she picked it up from that first round to make an even better second round. So I'd just be getting her breathing under control and telling her to keep doing the same, keep defending as she is, because Kerry's still trying to throw and then going back with the shots that she's doing, switching up and down, exactly how she's doing it now.
So more of the same, and I bet this is getting your knuckles itchy, isn't it? I bet you, when are we going to see your pro debut?
Yeah, definitely. Hopefully in the new year, so end of February, we're going to March, I'll make my debut. So I'm excited to see that, and obviously seeing Jodie, who I've travelled the world with boxing now, and being the Jodie I know that I've always known that she's capable of, is making me even more excited to get going as well.
Well, we certainly look forward to your debut. An esteemed amateur, and as you said, travelled the world, all that experience. It's exactly what Jodie had as well. And it's great to see it in the paid ranks, in the pro ranks. The smaller gloves. The pain game. And Wilkinson looking to do just that as she landed a good free shot, straight combination there. But she's getting Orton to think all the time, isn't she?
Yeah.
There isn't a moment where she's not doing something. Even when she's not throwing a punch, she's kind of stood there feinting with either a shoulder or pretending to throw that jab out, and then she throws it, and she gets through with that straight left hand over and over again.
Yeah. She's got an answer to everything Orton's throwing at her or doing. Jodie seems to find the answer to punch off that or make miss, which is nice to see.
Orton throwing back, but good defensive skills from Wilkinson. And that over the hands.
Right every time. It seems to be the
lands,
key punch.
doesn't it? Good disciplined performance this from Jodie Wilkinson, not getting carried away. She's controlling the fight in terms of the pace, the tempo, the way that she wants it to go, and she's consistently throwing good shots, and also she's consistently landing. And just as I say that, she lands another.
Another good round there for Jodie.
Do you think that loss has maybe done some good for her? It's given her maybe that change of whatever it was to kind of get her up for this a bit more, because she seems like she's really up for it tonight.
Yeah, 100%. I was there on the debut as well, and when I was watching that fight, I knew that was not the normal Jodie at all. So I know for a fact that it maybe gave her that second motive, and she has gone away and she has changed things. She's been speaking to me and telling me how camp's gone this time around, and I was always open for that new Jodie, and that's exactly what we've got tonight. And I think she's going to stay there now as well, and obviously keep performing and keep improving and climbing up.
As we can see on the replays, if Wilkinson just continually landing those shots over and over again. She's landed a bit of everything. Straight shots, hooks, uppercuts, you name it. She's landed it.
It's nice to see how she's keeping disciplined as well and not giving much away when Orton is throwing towards her. She's defending nicely. She's keeping everything tight and balanced, which is good to see.
She is. If Orton gets through with the odd shot here and there, then she makes sure that she lands 2 or 3 back herself.
Definitely.
So she's always a few steps ahead in terms of the referee scoring ringside, who I think is Steve Gray for this one. Experienced A-star referee. Goodness knows how many fights he's refereed and judged over the years. Thousands and thousands, I'd imagine.
That overhand right every time seems to be the treat for Jodie.
Changing her height well as well, isn't she, is Wilkinson. Sort of dipping down, going to that body, or just going underneath a shot which comes from Orton, and then throwing something back straight afterwards. So she's not wasting, or she's not doing anything in an inefficient way.
That lovely counter again with the right hand.
Kerry Orton's got a similar style to the fighter who Jodie fought in her debut. Vida Massiakati. That kind of tall, sort of rangy, very tight guard, straight shots after straight shots, and Wilkinson's clearly learnt from that as she just changes the angles, moves around the ring, bobs and weaves, rolls out the way, and then counters herself. Well, Gemma, last time it was her birthday on her professional debut, and she would have walked away with her head down in a really sad and, just feeling really low, I guess. You expect to win your debut, don't you? But tonight she can certainly walk away and be proud of that performance. Which parts of that performance were you impressed with?
For me, I think with the height, I think that's one thing with the last opponent. She didn't get the distance right, she didn't get the timing right. She found that so quickly in this fight, and then she used that to an advantage. She kept the speed, she kept the tempo, and she was punching hard, and that's what I like to see. She showed a bit of everything. I think there was a lot of variety in that performance.
Variety is certainly a good way of putting it, but let's get the announcement from our MC, Mr. Phil Seymour.
Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, can you please put your hands together for both boxers? This bout was scored outside of the ring by John Latham of Kerry. After 4 rounds of action, we go to his scorecard. He scores the contest 40 points to 37 points in favour of your winner. From Castleford, Jodie Wilkinson!
Well, a very well done to Jodie Wilkinson. My goodness, she will be happy to have had her hand raised there and get that win. And nice to have a former...
For all boxing info, news and latest interviews, amateur and pro, across the north, click and subscribe. VIP Boxing Promotions. Also Twitter, Instagram and Facebook.